Hello my friends and welcome back. The last video was supposed to be the final part of the weather application, but I've got a lot of requests to add some more features to the application, so I've decided to build another video about the weather app and finish like totally this application. I will add in this video two more features to the application. One, search bar to search the city name, and after pressing enter the application will show us the weather data about that search city. And the second option is to use one of the location providers to fetch the latitude and longitude through the position of the user, and fetch the city name through the latitude and longitude and pass them to the API and get the weather based on the location of the user. If you are ready, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, give me a thumbs up, and let's get started. Okay, let's start with the things that I have added to this project before I start recording. Here in the build.gradle, this line of code to use the location services. And in the manifest, I have two users permissions. We need these two, both of them, to fetch the location data. Okay, in the activity main.xml, I have added this card view, and inside the card view I have a search view. You can copy the codes and you can find the link of the source codes down below in the description. Let's go to the main activity and start with this search bar. The start point of the application is here, this line of code, get current weather. And before we are going to this function to send a request to the API, we are going to check the text of the search bar. So binding.searchView.set on query text listener object search view Android X app compat and dot on query text listener. And now we are going to implement the members. Here we have two overridden functions. The second one is watching the changes in the text of the search bar, so we don't need it. The first one is watching the whole text after confirmation, so we are using this one. Okay, when we are writing the name of the city and confirming it, the text will be stored inside this query variable. So we are going to check it. If this query is not null, then we are going to send it to the city variable. Okay, what is this city variable? Here in the functions get forecast and get current weather, we passed a parameter city, and here I have created this parameter, and it's now equal to Berlin as the default city. And now after changes in the search bar, the city will be equal to the text, the city that the user is written inside the text bar. Then we are going to pass it to the function get current weather. So city, and here also and here I need this parameter. Okay. We are done with the search bar, so let's check it on the emulator and see the result. And I'm confirming here, and as you see, the country and the city are changed, and simultaneously in the forecast also we have now the new city. So let's go further and check the location of the user. Here we have this text view, and I'm going to write set and click listener for this text view, and whenever the user clicks on this, we will check the location, and we will send the request to the API based on the location, the city that the user is in it. Okay, here TV location dot set and click listener. I'm going to create a function we are coming back to this function in a while. Here in the global scope, I have created another value here, fuse location provider client, and here I have introduced this function. Now I can use it here. Okay, we are getting the last location and storing it in this task, but we need to add the permission check. Okay, we are checking if the user is granting the permission or not, so simple. And if you want to know about checking the permissions and everything, there are a lot of different libraries that you can use them. Right down below in the comment section, and I will make a video especially about checking the permissions. Okay, Here we are going to check if the task was successful or not. So dot add on success listener, and we are going to use a function, and this function is deprecated now in the API level 33. So we should check the API version as well, and two types of this function should be used. So if before this I'm going to create a value okay is higher than version code dot tiramisu, and else for the lower versions. Okay, here dot get from location it dot latitude it dot longitude, comma a default number, a random number you can pass here, and object geocoder dot geocoder listener, and again implement members. Here the city equals to this variable. Here we have the addresses, and it's a mutable list, so the first index of it dot, there is a lot of different parameters that you can use them, country code, phone, I don't know, country name, but this one, the locality, is the city name. And here for the old versions you need to create a value, call it addresses or address equals to geocoder dot get from location it dot latitude, comma it dot longitude, and a default number, and as a list of address. And now city equals to address, again 0 index and dot locality. Okay, and here after the get current weather, and we are passing the city. Okay, everything looks good, but something else. Now when we are launching the application, The default city will be Berlin. If you want to see the default city as the position of the user, you should execute this function fetch location here on the top of get current weather, and when the application launches, we will see the data of the position of the user. Then if the user changes the city, okay, we will see the new data. And again, if the user clicks on this text view, again we will be able to see the location and the data of the weather of the location. For this I need a physical device, so I am going to show you and test this app on the physical device, and we will see it. Let's go. Okay, the application is installed and the default city is Berlin, and as you see is asking for the permission, and I am going to grant the permission. And if I'm clicking on the Berlin, okay, the data is changed and the city that I'm living it is displaying here. The same for the forecast, and you see it's showing Poznan. Okay, and now if I write name of another city, and again you see that the new data are displaying in the application. Okay, that was everything about this video and the whole weather app. I hope you are satisfied of the topics that I covered in this tutorial. If you have any request, any comment, write down below in the comment box below, and I will be so happy to read your comments. Give me a thumbs up please to give me energy, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel to support me. Thank you very much. Have a good time. Bye bye.